Are you battling burnout? Are you struggling to uphold your standards for yourself and feeling your flame diminish? Well, I came up with a metaphor on my walk the other morning that I think would be really helpful to a lot of you. And the metaphor is be a flame, not a firecracker. And we love our firecrackers, we do. And sparklers are fun, but they have a big bang and they run out. And I used to be a firecracker myself. Very type A, very chronically stressed, very perfectionist, and trying to do it all. And I realized after my body gave me some signals that it wasn't going to be a feasible standard to uphold. So it actually, and of course everybody's body reveals things to them differently, and it's our job to listen to that wisdom, and it's an art that I'm still learning, of course. But my body was pretty clear with this message. It was probably around junior year of high school, around the time of SATs, on top of everything else, president of clubs, doing sports, doing everything else, and maintaining a 4.0 like a crazy person. And it's so funny because my family used to try to get me to come watch TV with them. And I would always resist. And it's not typical, right? A lot of kids are watching TV and their parents are telling them to do their homework. I just didn't know how to relax. And I really thought that what made me me was that intense drive, that type A sucker punch on a daily basis. And I was proud of that because growing up, everybody was like, we're so proud of you. And so in my little brain, it's like, okay, let's keep doing that. Makes sense, of course. Everything traces back to those early times. So anyways, all of a sudden, I'm exhausted all the time, like full on narcoleptic. I was prescribed narcolepsy medication. I never took it because I knew I was going to get addicted to it. But I remember over COVID, I was taking this calculus course and I would have to drink a Monster, take my prescribed amphetamines, and consistently be eating spicy food to keep myself awake. And still, I would find myself sleeping sitting up. I couldn't drive, and I would fall asleep in lecture halls, and I am not the type. I am like all about respect. So I would have to go up to my teachers and tell them it's really not them and it's really not me. But it was eye-opening, and for the longest time, I actually refused to change anything, and I got chronic pain and fibromyalgia, and you'd think that would be enough, but a lot of my joy came from eating all of the foods that I shouldn't have been eating. And so to go gluten-free was like the last thing I wanted to do. But my mom had done it for a similar autoimmune condition with her thyroid and saw a huge difference. So once I got to that point where I was sick of feeling like crap, I said, fine, I'll go all in. And I changed my entire lifestyle, really. I went from a firecracker to a nice slow burning candle. I worked out every day. I ate way better, all whole foods, fruits and vegetables and proteins. That's really it. I worked on mindfulness. I read a lot of self-help books. Just all day, I was so aware of what was in my head. And in a funny way, I went overboard on the trying to be better that it refuted the point of being better or feeling better. So it's a matter of sustainability because I know that I have a purpose and I know that I want to incorporate science into our holistic integrative health and empower people to see that they can heal themselves without having prescriptions thrown at them and trusting that their body can naturally do it, and that their brain has so much to do, and their thoughts and their perspective all are very important when it comes to your physical health. So I would like you to reimagine this race to success. I think that we see 20-year-olds on social media nowadays being millionaires, and we all feel like we have to be at that point. But the truth is that everything's going to happen on the proper timeline for us as individuals. And I realized that instead of being super impressive for a couple years or for a short period and dying early from the chronic stress, I decided I wanted to have a more sustainable approach. I wanted to live as long as I could so that I could influence as many people as possible in a positive way. So that's the candle versus firework metaphor, or firecracker. So I'd like you to reimagine your version of success as consistency instead of intensity. So take a true inventory of yourself. Do you feel like you're leaning more in one way or the other? And do you think that it's healthy? And what is your body telling you about your current habits? So comment below if you feel like at this point you're more of a firecracker or a nice little candle flame. And hit subscribe if you're ready to burn brighter without burning out.